Time now 6:44, and this morning we're continuing a new weekly segment with the SPCA featuring training tips for your dog. The segment called Rough Talk with Jeff Adler is brought to you by SPCA Cincinnati, Off Leash Dog Training, and Local 12. This week's topic is about how to get dogs to stop play biting and nipping.
One of the most common questions I get is, how do I stop my dog from play biting or nipping? It's one of the most addressed issues that we have, especially in puppies. Some breeds are prone to this behavior, like working and herding dogs such as German Shepherds, Malinois, Golden Retrievers, Australian Shepherds, but any dog can develop this behavior for various reasons. Many people think this behavior is aggression, and I assure you it is not. Although the dog does not have malice intent, they do have sharp teeth and can definitely hurt you and cause some damage, so you definitely want to nip this in the bud, no pun intended. Actually, pun's very intended. So I'm going to give you some tips today on what to do. First is you want to make sure that you recreate the litter drill that the dogs learn in the litter. So in the litter, when the dog bites their litter mate too hard, the dog yelps, the dog backs away, or the mom pulls the dog away, and the dog realizes, oh, that was too much, playtime is over. So you can recreate that by giving a yelp and the word off or no in that yelp, and that way the dog remembers what happened in the litter, and the dog will back away and realize, oh, that's too hard. The second thing you can do is buy some bitter apple spray. You can buy this at any pet store or online. It is an all-natural spray and does not hurt your dog, but it does taste very bitter. You can spray it on the area that your dog is biting on you, or you can spray a little bit of it in their mouth as they're nipping or biting you and say the word no or off at the same time. The dog will associate that bitter taste with the bite and learn to not do that. The next thing you want to do is replace what they're biting on with something they're allowed to. If they're biting on your hand or your arm or your leg or your shoe, say no or off in that little yelping voice, and then give them a bone or a toy they're allowed to chew on, and then say good boy, good girl. So they know they get a reprimand for biting on what they're not supposed to, and they get a praise for taking what they are allowed to take and put in their mouths. The next thing you want to do is do not play rough with your dog. Don't wrestle, don't throw your dog around. Even if you have a bigger dog that's tough, 100-pound dog, you don't want to do that, because human beings have hands, dogs don't. Dogs go with their mouth. And what you're doing is you're enabling that behavior by them coming back at you in equal with their mouth. The next thing and final tip is, if your dog shows it's not biting you, then praise and reward it. Show that the behavior was warranted by not biting on you. For these tips and more, go to CincinnatiTrainers.com. You can go to SPCACincinnati.org and Local12.com. I'm Jeff Adler with Off Leash K9 Training, and remember, a trained dog is a happy dog.
Speaking about dogs, can I bring my Oakley outside today? Is it going to be